It is.
All right. I think we're live by now. So,
Welcome. We'll do it live.
to Shadows in the North, Malossar and Arhain After Dark, 4.5 after our terrible connection problems 2 nights ago.
Yeah, I want to put it out of my memory. I don't even remember when it
Don't
was.
even want to talk about it. And we
Don't
are
even. It was in the 90s when we still had terrible connection. That's when it happened.
right. Our AOL modems just weren't linking. AIM Instant Messenger. He's getting cyberbullied at that time.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're doing a live battle report tonight.
Yep. Something a little new. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be good.
You're excited?
Yeah, I am so excited. I think every now and then, if we can remember to take photos of the games, we should try to every now and then do it. But during tournaments, I know I am terrible at taking photos.
I'm usually bad because I'm having a lot of fun with somebody, and I've probably had 6 or 7 beers at breakfast. So
yeah, that makes it very, very difficult. But hopefully, in this last one day, he did a really good job taking photos of literally the start of every deployment phase. So I'm hoping maybe I should contact him and say, Gene, if you're not going to do anything with him, give it here. But I think he is. I think he might.
Right, we can do Arhain's turn.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
The one great game, we could do that. But
right.
Moving on.
I'm more excited about these junior mints then. Anyway, this is the list I took. And this is inspired by Jimmy Grill on 9th Age forum. He and I actually were talking before he posted his big tournament win in Germany, but his win also gave me more cause to do it. And I've been kind of developing something like this on my own, but he did give me a good idea for the character setup, which I was struggling with. And I really wanted to take the Master of the Cannery Tower. The Book of Melodies, it looks like Miladies, which is why I think it's so funny.
I know. I always wonder what it is. I kind of like Miladies because I like sounding like Jack Black, but it's probably Miladies or something.
Right. If you had long hair, you look like Jack Black.
Yeah, thank you. That's the biggest compliment I've ever gotten.
And then the Great Bow of Elu with the Potion of Strength. So he's kind of covering a lot of bases there. He can fight. I don't want him to fight, but if he gets into combat, that's not the end of it.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I know a lot of people hate the the backline cannery tower. They're like, yeah, he needs to be able to be frontline. Totally agree, but sadly, that's just not where we're at right now. You can do it, but in competitive play, it's a huge risk. So you just got to suck it up and do the backline, I think, if you're going to run the master right now.
Yeah, because he's 400 points. You can't throw 400 points. He can either be a good caster or he can be an okay fighter. I'd rather be a caster.
Right.
And this way, he also shoots.
Yep.
So he's not slacking it.
Nope, he's good. He's good. I
have a level 1 on Alchemy with the Dispel Scroll. I went for the double Searing Doom. This was Jimmy's total advice because I was going to put him on fire for second shot at Fireball. But the army in general, and we'll see that, will really get bogged down by a lot of armor. So I want to have that second chance at Searing Doom. Then also, Metal's pretty good lore now, or Alchemy's pretty good lore. So I got Enchanted Blades in this game because I was fighting ogres and I didn't need another Searing Doom, which was great to have.
Yeah, totally.
Then I have a Commander, Battle Standard Bearer, Queen's Companion with Moonlight, Obsidian Nullstone. Thank you.
You got that. You got that millstone. That millstone. Yep.
Longbow. Yeah, thank you, autocorrect. He's just gonna shoot. He's there.
You get that grain.
Magic.
Mill that grain. I said you got to mill that grain.
Mill the grain.
Mill the grain.
This is the core that we always take. Not much has changed.
Solid. Always solid. Here we go. This is the funky stuff.
This is the funky stuff. 10 White Lions with Skirmish Standard and Icon of the Relentless Company, 175 points. 14 Swordmaster, Standard Musician, 198 points. 6 Knights of Rima, Standard, Devastating Charge, War Banner of Ancient Rima, 232. I think it's technically the War Banner of Rima, but I want it to be the War Banner of Ancient Rima, so I keep it in there.
Oh, I like that.
And then 2 Line
to add the ancient. Yeah.
So the nice part about the special is it's very flexible, and it all hits very hard in close combat. And I have the spears there to kind of soak up ranks and provide bodies, and then I've got the special guys to do the kill.
Yeah.
The white lines are actually there as my bunker for my prince, or the cannery guy. The BSB is going to actually go with the unit of the Queen's Guard, but he can also pop in the white lines too if I need to just bail and jump in with Icon of the Relentless.
Right.
Which is pretty solid. I have a Great Eagle. I have 11 Queen's Guard with longbows, banner, and musician, and then 2 Reapers with multi. So I pump out with the BSB 26 strength 4 shots, including the Reaper, and I have 16 archers to also help the chaff. Oh, and 3 shots of strength 5 from the Prince.
Yep, or strength 7 if you're feeling frisky.
Feeling brisky. I'm always feeling frisky.
Yeah, you're always. Especially when you got your junior mints.
Well, got junior mints now. This is why I hate PowerPoint too. Is it just doesn't make the picture of the slide. Like I got that stupid background. So, anyway, this is what deployment looks like. Just an overview. I can come back to the slide too. On my right flank, I have a unit of Reavers here. 6 Dragon Knight or Knights of the Brima, Lion Chariot, Spear Block, Lion Chariot. I just noticed I need to paint this movement tray brown at the back. That's very bright. I missed that.
Yeah.
Then I have a Great Eagle. And then kind of more towards my center is my White Lions. Also on my opponent's right flank, we have Lead Belchers, a unit of Tribesmen. At the center, we have the White Lions. Here's my Prince, seeing everybody he can see. I've got
oh, are those the new line models?
Yeah, those are new.
They look good. I did not know you had those. They look good.
Yeah, I haven't painted my metal ones yet because they have 4 gems per white lion, so it takes quite a bit of time.
Wow. Yeah.
And then I've got 11 Queen's Guard with the BSB. I don't know why PowerPoint does that. It's like, stop talking, move on. And then 16 archers.
Produced by PowerPoint, this show.
That's right, by PowerPoint. Sponsored by. In my opponent's center, he's centered at the Maneater unit, a wolf or a saber tusk, and then another 6 tribesmen. His BSB and mage are in the one on our right, my right flank, and his general is the one on the left flank or the center. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but general, BSB, and mage. Level 4, dispel scroll. General's got some shit. I don't know. He's got poison, maybe.
Yeah, he does. He gives a poison, ward, and a great weapon.
Right, you played this list too. But
Yep.
I'm a good high elf player, so I didn't lose.
I noticed you're playing pitched, butthole.
Yeah, we are playing pitch. Sword masters. 2 bolt throwers on the hill. And reavers. And he's got another dog unit here. Some 4 more lead belchers. And that guy on Thunder Tusk, that hunter from Hornfang.
For some of your deployment, man, why I see Reavers all the way on the left there. Were they, when you deployed, did he choose or you choose to deploy all, or did you go tit for tat, or how did you deploy things? And why on the Reaver?
I had to deploy first. Great Eagle almost always goes in the center. And then he put down a dog. I put a Reaver unit on the right flank. He put down a dog. I put a Reaver unit on the left flank so I can really mask my deployment.
He got you.
And then he got frustrated and deployed everything. And then I got
Okay. That's funny.
Yep. So that's why I really like those 3 chaff units too, is because you can play 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't really, you're going to need a redirector on the right flank. You're going to need a redirector on the left flank, and then you need one in the center. So those pretty much never change. But they do something. I'm showing close-ups of his army now. Look at me taking pictures.
Yeah.
So that's the character on the Thunder Tusk or the Mournfang. Oh no, this is his movement phase. Yeah, he just moved. He moved his vultures up, moved his dog into the woods. The Mournfang guy moved up 14. The Everybody moved up 12 here because I moved so he couldn't actually shoot me, even with moving. I deployed like 31 inches. The man-eaters did not because I made a mistake in the lion chariot because I was getting crammed over there. Can't actually be shot by the man-eaters. But he had to move. Like he had to move a couple inches to get to me. The tribesmen kind of come up a little cautiously on this flank, and the lead belchers take the position on the hill. He gets 4 boosted regen off. Magic. I think I was trying to take a better picture of it. So everybody's got boosted regen. And this is what it looks like. I'm just trying to show you my awesome.
Yeah, I love the perspective. That's great.
Yeah. All right, so over here, my Dragon Knights move. So they're within 18 of the lead belchers. Or that might be 16. 16 of the lead belchers. And their boxcar charge for the tribesmen. I really kind of want them to try and charge me. Like, that's why I left it at 12. So they're out there doing some pretty good threatening maneuvers there.
You want you saying you're hoping the tribesmen are 16 away, or the lead belchers are 16?
I'm 16 away from the lead belchers, and the tribesmen are 18 away from me.
Gotcha.
I might even be out of sight there. I can't remember, but that looks good. Redirecting this guy over here. I'm kind of hoping I kill him with the bolt throwers or Searing Doom. My prince is also going to jump into the archers to kind of get some better fields of arc. White lions kind of shuffle. I made a huge mistake here, and because I forgot. Like, the whole reason he jumped out was I was going to move my white lions to jump in front of my sisters to give them hard cover from the man-eaters, but I forgot to do it. Had the intent and forgot to do it, because I could just volley fire over my white lions and not care. And they're also acting as heavy chaff at that point if he does decide to charge with his tribesmen. But do.
Ladies and gentlemen, the better high elf player.
The better high elf player, baby. Ooh, what happened? So magic. I fail a whole bunch of things. And shooting, I kill 4 lead belchers.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So what did that?
That would be, I did like 3 wounds with 16 archers, 2 wounds with the prince, and then the sisters cleaned them up.
Okay.
So, pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
And then my bolt throwers, he's got the bluffer some on that thing. What do you call it? I hit, wounded, reroll your wound. I'm still wounded. I'm on 3. Failed it. Hit, wounded, reroll, wounded, rolled a 1. So I only did 1 wound to him. No, not helpful at all.
Yeah, that's a good setup on that guy. He's got 2 up, he's got that, and I think he has multi-wounds as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he's going to kill those chaff in combat. He's going to put 2 wounds on my lion chariot. I think that's from the lead belchers.
I bet that first turn volley, because so he plays them, for those of you who probably guessed it, ballistic skill 5 and poison shots.
Yeah, and the man-eaters do that to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lead belchers kill a knight in his turn.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. My turn. My knights charge into the lead belchers. He stand and shoots, and I survive. My reavers redirect the tribesmen. So and you can kind of see what I'm doing here. That the trap is being laid. Yep.
Yeah, it's looking good, man.
So this is funny. I charged the dog. I don't know if you can see my cursor. I charged this dog up here, or the saber tooth. What are you doing, PowerPoint?
What's going on?
There you go. Okay. He fled with my sword masters. I need a 10 on the dice to charge the tribesmen here with the general. And I don't want to make this charge at first. I redirect it so that they're facing the right direction. At least when I redirect them, I can get them in the flank with either the white lions or the sword masters. But I rolled the 10 on the dice, and here we go. So At this point, I'm feeling pretty bummed because
Extreme, yeah.
all right, because I'm like, well, I'm gonna kill a whole bunch of ogres here, but I'm gonna lose my sword masters. I'm not gonna win this combat, and I'm then like, crap. Like now, how am I gonna take this unit out because I need the combo charge to win? As you can see, I'm so confident in myself that I actually put my Great Eagle behind him, so he can't charge me next turn after he kills all of my sword masters. Because I feel at this point I'm going to break from this combat.
Hey, that's also good thinking on your part. I just want to point that out. You thought ahead, and like for the people who like, oh, why do you put that eagle there? Like that was good to think that ahead. If you have the extra chaff that can do that, like that's a good thing. I was actually going to ask, what would you have done if the Knights of Rima did not make that charge?
What would I have done?
Yeah, what do you think?
Belchers?
Yep.
I actually probably wouldn't have changed anything over here. I was just hoping to get them early.
Mm-hmm.
Because the focus is the tribesmen.
Yeah. Okay. And they could probably take a charge from them too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. So this, I got Searing Doom off in Magic. So this is going to be a big Magic phase. I had 11 to 5. Magic dice. I throw the first 3 dice at Searing Doom. This is where I told you on the phone a little bit wrong. Through the first 3 dice at Searing Doom, I rolled a 5-5-1. So I picked up the 1 and threw it again and got a 6. So I'm at 17.
Yep.
He throws 4 dice and fails to dispel it. So I'm like, great, awesome.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
kill this guy before he kills all of my bolt throwers. I rolled a 1 hit and I rolled a 1 to wound.
This little anecdote, I mean, that sucks, but this little anecdote about 5-5 and a 1 and then being able to re-roll it, now everyone is going to start taking the Book of Malossar just for that. That sole reason.
That's right. But what it did is it opened up the Magic phase. I threw 3 at Ice Shard. He scrolled it. I might asthma him on 1 dice, and then got regen off of myself and enchanted blades off of myself. So nasty. So nasty.
Oh, that's good. So just to remind people too, did you get the armor off attribute for metal?
Because I put enchanted blades on myself, that I got the armor off.
So now even against ogres, he's saving on 5s because he saves on 4 up on base. That's awesome.
Right, I have a 5, and they're weapon skill 1 ogres right now.
This is funny.
And the Lord is like weapon skill 3. So that's Magic. So outstanding. Dragon Princes blow up the Lead Belchers, but he actually flees. He escaped. I let him escape because I really need him towards the center. He did kill 1 Dragon Prince, which is pretty funny. I rolled poorly here. I only killed 2 ogres. 12 strength 7 attacks hitting on 2s. I don't even think I killed 2 ogres. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know how you did that.
So that stinks. Yeah, I killed 5 ogres here. I did 15 wounds.
That is 15 wounds.
It's an even 15. It's hitting on 2s, and then with enchanted blades, and then being strength 5 armor piercing, so he doesn't get a save. And for the people that say that ignoring parry is bad, I mean, I'm hitting him on 2s even though he has parry because I ignore parry as a sword master.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Anyway, yes, it's situational, but I killed 5 ogres. The math works out to where I kill 13. So I'm not didn't roll super hot here. It is 21 attacks because I'm full strength. So you think approximately 18 hit and then 12 wound. So, 12 and a half. Yeah, 12 wounds. So I guess I killed 1 extra ogre. Doesn't change the result too much. He killed that many. He killed 1, 2, 3, 4. He killed 4 sword masters with stomps mostly. So he breaks. He auto breaks, and I run him down. And it causes his man eaters to flee. Oh, you can see I killed 3 man eaters last turn from shooting. I also shot my bolt throwers at the Thunder Tusk guy and didn't do it.
God,
So,
your shooting was so much better than mine when I played Brandon. On Saturday, I did not have the outcome of my shooting like you do.
you don't have the great bow and the 14 sister shots because the BSB had 3.
That's true. I just have 12 sister shots, 4 strength 5 from the Prince. Anyway, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. We won.
So he fled from the breaking combat because he was just out of BSB range. I also, to rub salt in the wound because Brandon is a country music fan, I killed the dog. So with the Sword Masters on the overrun.
That's funny.
So he kills my Reavers in his turn and overruns into the spears.
Mm.
And then he gets that's +1 strength off. He bubbled +1 strength and miscast. So I just let him have +1 strength miscasted because I wasn't really worried about it. And then he fails the march check there on the Saber Tusk. And so he can't redirect my knights, but redirects the Lion Chariot, which actually I think is better for him anyway. Because the Lion Chariot's going to do more than the knights. I think. Having him on the flank. For sustained combat rounds.
Yeah.
So here's me tightening the noose. The Lion Chariot hits the Saber Tusk that's redirecting him. And then I get the Knights in the back, Lion Chariot in the flank, and Spears in the front.
Was it his turn where he overran into the spears?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he got it. I got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get Wizen's off in my magic phase for the spears. It was a low magic phase. And then I don't kill that many. I roll really poorly. I kill 4 ogres? Yeah. Maybe only 3. 1. No, I killed 4. But yeah, I didn't roll great when you think of all this. Like I rolled a 1 on my impact hit. My knights super whiffed. I did 1 wound with my knights, and then my spears kind of picked it up with Wizen's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good knights.
Yeah.
Did not do a lot of wounds.
Then he rolls out the box and kills a lot of spears. So that might be the second round of combat. But he holds with a reroll. He then gets +1 toughness off. I finally kill that with Searing Doom.
Nice. I was going to say Searing Doom.
Yeah. This is getting the later turns now when I'm like not remembering to take pictures anymore. We will break him here. Eventually, he will kill my knights on the last round of combat. But we break him, run him down, and then his lead belchers, as they were measuring it out there, my Lion Chariot gets him. That's the game.
Quality game there.
Quality win.
Well, I know it came out really well, but would you have done anything differently, or I got a question for you. So he charged your Reavers to overrun into the spears, correct?
Correct.
So what I missed, I'm sorry about this, was if he hadn't charged, what had you set up? Were your knights already ready to rear, and then you had the chariots lined up?
Yes.
Okay, so even if he said, "Screw this, I'm not charging that chaff," because I know what you're just gonna, it's giving you the spears and the ranks and stuff like that. I'm just gonna sit here. Would you have charged the next turn with the lions and the knights alone?
Yes, because then I could clear because I would still win combat. Because with the positioning, he had to take 1 in the flank. And so I could sit there with my Reaver, run my Reavers away, move my spears back up, and then basically get ready. My Knights and Lion Chariot would win combat, and then I could then send my spears in, and then another Lion Chariot.
Yeah.
Which is pretty solid. Or the Lion Chariot.
That's awesome, man.
Might not even been able to have been redirected the way it worked out with positioning because he was so close to the building. The Saber Tusk wouldn't have been able to get around. So I would have gotten 2 Lion Chariots and a Knight and 4 Knights.
That's hilarious that the Swordmaster stuff.
You sound like you're underwater.
It's like
There you are.
I briefly jumped into a pool. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, but the Swordmaster stuff is just really funny.
Yeah. That's terrifying. When like
Sure, he
everything's right in the
loved
mouth
that.
phase,
Uh-huh.
and you just blast it.
Well, because in the movement phase, in your movement phase where you made that charge, he was probably like, "Oh man, I'm gonna turn his flank now." I mean,
Yeah, he was all
this is
excited, and then the sword master, the lore master, just are able to kind of flip that combat on its head. I think it worked out to where it would have stuck for a round, like we would have killed, we would have each would have killed a bunch, but it wouldn't have been like that lopsided.
Yeah. How did it feel not having the beast bane?
I miss it. I really miss the flaming banner on them. I think more than anything.
As a general, yeah, as a tournament list, that's always good. One of the things I noticed about your about the list, and I don't know if you'd need it because you don't really want him in combat anyway, is if perchance the block gets into combat with the prince. I'm talking about the lions. Doesn't have a champion if you wanted to challenge people out, but you'll probably just avoid combat. I'm not sure they'll ever see combat when you don't want it.
Yeah, I'm thinking I should probably drop the banner on the sisters because I don't need. I was doing this with Phil the other night on Universal Battle. I have banner on the archers, banner on the spears, banner on the knights, banner on the lion, not the lion. Well, they do have a banner. Sword masters and the sisters, which makes for 5 scoring units.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I could drop one and add a champion to the White Lions or the Sword Masters.
Yep.
Which probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
But I mean, you are right though. I mean, it's not. I don't think he's the likelihood of them getting the combat while you're while your prince is there. But I can just see, you can set up a fun trap as long as they're in the woods. They're still stubborn, so if they had a champion, you could tar pit a character sometimes. So that's kind of fun.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. That was a good game, man. Nice job on all the pictures and.
I tried. I started taking a lot less pictures there at the end.
That's okay. It was good. Good setups and that right flank he had pretty locked down. It was good use of reavers, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably the most interesting thing to see as far as strategy and thinking a little ahead. So
yeah, just
that's awesome.
Pin that unit in place and get it. My
Yep.
sword masters eventually get his man eaters, like they run after him and get him. He'll rally.
As they were fleeing, or you got into combat with him?
I got into combat with him after shooting. I shot him down to 3 models, and then got into combat with him.
Yeah, that's really good. In my deployment compared to yours was the same strategy. You want to be at that 31-inch mark so that he can't shoot at you, really.
Right.
Except instead of the battle line, where that's like the best ever, because then it really pisses him off. Turn 1, he doesn't get any of his shooting off. It kills elves pretty easily. I was the diagonal deployment with that's a lot harder to do, so it boxed me in. So it was cool to see the same kind of setup, in battle line, and seeing how you were able to maneuver a lot better. You saw those knights going around really, really quickly. That was awesome. Were you at all worried that the lead belchers were ever gonna I don't know, kind of incapacitate or that's not the right word, but take out those knights a little more? Or?
Yeah, I was. But he was on a hill, so there wasn't much I could do about it on that. I made it so that he would only get 1 round of shooting off at me.
Yep.
Sometimes it's best. They'll have a 4-up armor and a 5 and a 6-up save. So
which you make. I love that ward. That ward is
something on the first round, and then he's hitting me on 5s.
Yeah.
And so I got 4 hits, 3 wounds, and then Made some good armor saves. Only lost a guy.
And I know you had kind of like a phase. I think that's an atypical phase with the sword masters, but in your other phases, how did you use or like the lore master or the master? I'll just call him the master.
There's always something to cast. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like there's always 2 or 3 spells that would be really helpful. So it's like if I don't get Ice Shard off, well, there's Miasma. Or if I don't get Wisdom's off, there's Regen.
Yeah.
Plus, there's all the damage spells.
Are you usually doing regen on yourself, or are you casting on someone else?
Typically casting on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm casting it to combat.
Yeah. Because the ranged one, once you buff it to the range and not the self, it only goes to like a 7, right?
An 8.
It goes to an 8?
Yeah. But so it's 2 diceable with the book.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, that the book is an interesting choice. Do you think you did that more because the points allowed for the potion of strength and the bow, or from the get-go were you wanting to do the book?
No, I wanted to try the book.
Mm.
Really want to try the book.
Yeah. Man, rolls like that 551 are like made for the book. That is freaking awesome.
For sure.
Can't miscast at that point, and it's just all uphill. So that was really
that's cool to see. Have you had any other? I mean, you think you've used this twice, 2, 3 times, 3 times?
3 games now. Yeah.
What are some other Book of Malatis amazing stories?
Well, the best one is like just being able to throw 1 dice at like, Miasma.
Yeah.
And you're like fail to cast because you roll 2. You pick it up and roll 3, and it goes off.
Yeah.
Which is super nice. Which is why I like it. I've had one of those phases in like every game where I get like 2 or 3 spells off.
Mm-hmm.
Like against Phil when I got Wizen's, Ice Shard, Miasma, and Regen off in one phase. For my sisters, like Queensguard, being able to fight off Morghast. There's only 2 of them, but still.
We're with that. I'm curious with the book, or have you ever had issues dispelling with just the +1 now? I mean, I guess you're used to it because you use 2 normal levels like I do, so I'm guessing it's not a big issue.
No, I think that there's spells that you can let through and there's spells you can't.
Mm-hmm.
So like knowing which ones are which really helps. Like being willing to let him have +1 strength off because it doesn't really matter. He's going to kill a lot of anyway.
Yeah. If he gets hits through, you're pretty much dead anyway.
Right. It's just kind of how I view my spearmen sometimes. But
yeah,
I'd rather give them the ability to kill better, which is why I was like going after regen and toughness.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then having the scroll where basically the scroll shuts down 1 phase. I've found.
Do you think?
I mean, you wouldn't do it in this list because you have the prince, but I know for a while you were running a level 4 with just a Book of Power. Do you think that's still viable, or would you rather play it safe now after doing that for a bit?
Actually, I like the Book of Arcane Power on the Archmage because the +3 is the difference there.
Yeah.
A scroll would be nice too. And that list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, scrolls guarantee that phase.
Right, and then you have the +3. I could see it working with like level 4 high with the book, and then the level 1 alchemy with the scroll would be a solid setup too.
So what kind of because you said you're talking about Jimmy, that's great. What kind of because I'm thinking of Empire, thinking in this army against the ogres, there was a high armor save, really tough to kill dude with your regular shooting. What are some other matchups where you're worried about some of that armor?
Well, I played Bretonnians right after this game and had a similar result. So having the ability to have the 2 Searing Dooms is nice, and then the 2 Bulkers that ignore armor. And then I have 3 shots at Strength 5 and -3 armor save. And then 1 round it'll be -5 armor save with the potion. So
You're okay against armor.
well, I feel better about it. And then I have strength 6, strength 7, and strength 5 shooting.
Yeah.
And lethal strike against the right things with spears.
Well, that redundancy, like what you said, the 2 Searing Dooms is nasty.
Yeah.
I do like that a lot. And you had said fire. I mean, the prince already knows what 2 magic missiles. I mean, 2 like reliable strength 4 magic missiles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So maybe you didn't need that, but the army benefits more, and you have so much shooting that the alchemy I like a lot better. That's pretty cool. And I feel so silly. Like this last tournament, it shows how much I use metal. I did not realize, I will totally admit it, did not realize that Searing Doom, or whatever it's called now, was 24 inches on the based casting. When I saw that, I was like, how did I not know this? This is so good. I thought I'd have to boost it if I wanted to kill something at range, but no, not really. Yeah. Note to self, don't play like Corey.
Good high off player.
Yeah. know your spells, man. So that's cool. I'm glad you used the Lore Master, because that's he's expensive. Like that's one model. The Lion Prince is almost like 70 points cheaper.
You jumped into a pool.
Huh?
You jumped into a pool again. You're gonna have to restart that phrase.
Oh, I was gonna say that the Lion Prince on the Chariot is 70 points.
60 points cheaper, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Dinky Gone Foot is just really expensive. So I get why a lot of people turn it off, or turned off to it. So it's neat you made use of them and you're trying to use them a bit more.
Yeah. I think this is going to probably be the list I take to Colonial. Are you there?
And it's so excited, and then I think you cut out.
Uh-oh, the connection issues are starting.
No, it has begun.
It has good. Well, we'll probably sign off here before this gets much worse. But
yeah, I don't know what's doing that, but the cool battle report, man. I think we need to do more of these. I know people in your blog were saying, please do some battle reports. So I know they're hard.
They're hard. It's because I have so little time to contribute to the hobby anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But like I could spend 35 minutes setting up a battle report, 15 minutes recording it, and then posting loading it and everything else. It's so much. I think I get less than an hour to paint a night anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a lot. Like the nice part about when we do these like hangouts, like podcast style, is I can at least like clean models or, like sand some bases.
Yeah, exactly.
The battle reports are hard. They're tricky.
Well, you succeeded. You get my vote of approval. This was a good one.
Like a lot of other people do them better than I do. And
well, that's just experience. I love watching. I don't know if you ever watch it, but Chai Hammer always does. I think it's because he laughs. He's just so animated when he's doing his own battle reports. It's just funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And he's not talking with other people. Like you and I are laughing and stuff, but it's funny to sit in a room and just talk to the computer while you're going through a battle report and just cracking yourself up because of the memories of playing. That's just funny.
Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, what do you have coming up? What's your next thing?
Let's see. Right now, I'm just painting. I'm finishing up my sloop model. That's the model that I really like now. And I just haven't. I had like 3 of these, but I never really. I put them together, but I never painted them because I never used them in tournament play. So now I'm up doing that. I have a new post about a new army list I'm thinking about, but I see like 15 lists the other day, so my head is always going and fun play styles and stuff. So maybe we'll talk about the Silverhelm bus at a later time, because I've used that a couple times. I'm going back to it because it's just fun and I love my models. So, yeah. What about you? Are you getting games in? You got 3 in one day. That's like crazy, especially in
I got 2 in and I played UB the night before.
Oh, okay. Still, that's amazing. 3 games, 2 days outside of a tournament. Nicely done.
I'm trying to next Wednesday. I'll probably get 2 more games. I got like them lined up because I have the day off next Wednesday.
Yep.
But those might be my last 2 warm-ups before Colonial.
Oh wow.
Because so before Colonial, the last week of August, on Tuesday I fly to California. Friday I'm gonna get into Reagan at 3:45. And then drive down to Williamsburg.
What a champ.
So I'll probably get down to Williamsburg at like probably 9 o'clock.
What dedication.
Dedication.
Yeah. That'll be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna hop up on us so quick. It's really not far.
Yeah.
So gotta paint away. Maybe we'll do a paint sesh one time. I mean, we already do them, but maybe we'll film one.
We'll do more. You have to pay an hour a night to get to your
arm. That's what I'm doing. Well, it's because I paint too slow. I got to do these, and then since I can't find all my other old Dragon Prince models, I have to repaint and do some of those. Otherwise, I'm in good position. But yeah, that kind of stinks.
I got more Dragon Princes if you want to borrow them.
If I could, I think I can paint them. If I can't, I'm definitely not against that. So
yeah,
so.
I got enough IF models to get us covered.
Mm-hmm.
I got 1 more Chariot to paint if I don't want to use my Lion Prince.
Oh yeah, you got to do the other one. I mean, you got enough time to paint him too. You know, I've got a Lion Prince or a Lion Chariot you could borrow, but yeah, you got enough time. You can do it.
Yeah, it's I'm missing 2 of the bits for it. Like I just don't have them.
Oh, well, tell me what they are, man. I might be able to help you out. I might have those bits.
I need the reins for the Chariot, like the reins for the drivers.
And
then the front part, like the very front part of the Chariot.
I'm gonna look for those. I definitely have the reins. Definitely have extra reins.
Okay. If you have the front part of the Chariot too, that'd be super helpful.
I'll check it out.
Like I have the base, the sides, and the way to connect it to the wolves, but I don't have the front part. Otherwise, it looks really. I kind of did a test fit to see how it would look without the front bit, and it looks pretty stupid. So,
well, I went through a phase. Speaking of the reins, I went through a phase where I loved. I converted the crap out of old Lothran Seaguard. This was before the Island of Blood set, and I liked the spears in that Chariot kit because they're so long, and the arms I liked and stuff. So I bought so many of those bits off eBay, which came with extra reins. So yeah, man, I'll send you like 4.
I only need 1. We need 1, thanks.
Yeah. Use the extra rope for something. I don't know.
Do that.
Yeah. I got you. I got your back though. That's the bottom line.
I'm my back, dog.
I got your back, dog.
So, all right. Well, for Shadows in the North, this is Malossar and Arhain, and we're so terribly sorry.
We're sorry.
Sorry.